And a pleasant good afternoon to you all. TGIF, it's the weekend. It's July 4th. It's Independence Day weekend, I should say. And welcome back to the channel, and welcome back to more of Phillies baseball. The Phillies out west as they take to T-Mobile Park for a three-game weekend Independence Day weekend set with the Seattle Mariners. One of those matchups that don't happen very often, but the Phillies head to the Pacific Northwest to battle a team which, well, right now isn't all that hot. The Phillies, on the other hand, conversely, are extremely hot right now, as their record would 72-15 as they head into this 9-game road trip, as Jake Arrieta, the only pitcher left in the National League, I was going to say in all of baseball at this point, but I believe, I haven't checked recently, but I believe the Twins have an undefeated pitcher, at least I think. I haven't checked recently, but the only undefeated pitcher left in the National League, and you're looking at him right there, Jake the Snake Arrieta, 16-0. He's our version of The Undertaker, and those of you who are subscribers who are also wrestling fans know exactly what I'm talking about. Hopefully his streak doesn't end at 21. But Jake at 16-0 as he takes it to the road, as the Phils are on the road in what used to be called Safeco Field, is now called T-Mobile Park, which is really weird. Sorry, I'm just trying to do two things at once here. But again, I want to welcome everybody in. This entire series, we're going to use they have special hats that they use. Let's see here. The cap is New Era Stars and Stripes. We're going to do that all weekend here. We'll put one on the Phils. And it is somewhere around here. There it is. Oh, cool. It's the Fat P. All right. So the Phils and the Mariners getting ready to do battle here, what used to be called Safeco Field back in the day. Now it's called T-Mobile Park. Opened in 1999. A very picturesque place. Very strange place. Has a retractable roof. I think we're going to leave it open tonight, as it's going to be... actually, we're going to leave that open. So clear skies in the city of Seattle. Jake the Snake to the hill. And here is your lineup. You may have seen it posted on the Bilskie's Philly season page on Facebook, which I highly recommend you subscribe and or follow. That we can follow all the goings-on with the team in the simulated season here on MLB 20 The Show. As Andrew Mccutcheon leads left field, Mean Gene will be the DH tonight. He used to play for the Mariners, and typically you would see him in a DH fashion, if not playing the hot corner or shortstop. But tonight he is shortstop for the, he is DH for the Phils. Dee Gregorius in the third spot tonight, back at shortstop to face the left-hander. Dee typically good against left-handed pitching. The big fella, Rhys Hoskins, of course, in the cleanup spot there at first base. The captain, JT Realmuto, behind the plate, batting fifth. Batting sixth, the center fielder, Roman Quinn. Third base, batting seventh tonight, Josh Harrison. He'll be doing the duties at the hot corner there for Mean Gene, who is the DH tonight. Scott Kingery, second baseman, batting eighth, and batting ninth. Just brought him back up today, as a matter of fact. Logan Forsythe will be actually playing right field for Bryce Harper, giving him a break. So we're just going to jump right into it here as you see the visiting Phils, the 72-15 Phils, taking on the 26-62 Mariners. It's Gregorius, Hoskins, Realmuto, Quinn, Harrison, Kingery, and Forsythe. It's DH this time, as we are in an American League ballpark in the city of Seattle at T-Mobile Park. We're getting ready to go there now for Game 1 of this weekend series. Enjoy the game, everybody.
We are under the lights as the show gets you ready for another edition of Major League Baseball. Ought to be a good one here between the Philadelphia Phillies and the Seattle Mariners. The Phillies are riding an 8-game win streak. They'll try to run it to 9 next. Yusei Kikuchi gets the starting nod for the M's. Dan Plesac, what's the word on him?
Hey, Matt, we're getting a look at a guy that's really dependable. Last 3 starts, ERA just under 3.00, and that's some pretty good pitching. Minimizes the amount of walks, keeps his hits down, and if he can do more of the same of that, he should have some pretty good fortune in this one here today.
Standing in, Andrew Mccutcheon. First at bat for him as he enters play number 3 in the National League batting race.
There's a lot of ways to get on base. Base hit, a walk, hit by pitch. This guy's in the top 5 on base percentage. He does a little bit of all of those things.
Here's the first pitch to him. And opposite field as he lines this down the line in right. And now it'll kick around in the corner. And the Phillies are able to get things started with a leadoff double.
If that's any indication, I think we're going to see some aggressive at-bats in this one. Take the first pitch of the game? No way. He squared it up and winds up on second base after a nice line drive. Great opportunity to get on the board right out of the blocks.
And that'll bring up Gene Segura. He's assuming the role of DH in this interleague matchup.
Yeah, Matt, that's one of the funny things about National League teams playing in AL ballparks. All of a sudden, the lineup kind of changes dramatically. But the cool thing is it gets more guys a chance to get some at-bats or time in the field.
First offering on its way. Hit sharply but foul down the right side. Mccutcheon stands at second with no outs. Ball 1 as he lays off below the zone. And fellas, you take a look at these Seattle Mariners at the start of play here tonight. They come in the midst of a stretch where they've dropped 6 of their last 9.
Yeah, Matty, in this sport at this level, you have to find a way to be a little bit realistic. You're not going to win every ball game. So they lost last game. Fine. Let's find a way to execute today and get on the winning side.
Mccutcheon is sort of a curious case as a starter. Usually doesn't walk many guys, but at times he ends up giving up his share of hits. The translation on that is that he throws a lot of strikes, but oftentimes they are hittable strikes.
One of the keys, Matt, you'll have to watch from this guy. At times he kind of tiptoes, he tap dances around the strike zone. He has good stuff, but when he falls behind in the count, he tends to nibble a little bit. Then when he brings the ball into the strike zone, and when he does, he becomes much more predictable. And what happens with that? The hits per 9 innings tend to go up.
With that, here's the starting lineup for the visiting Philadelphia Phillies. Danny, who stands out to you?
Well, Matt, one guy that's worth the price of admission, Andrew Mccutcheon. He's working on a 6-game hit streak right now. That's almost a week, so I expect to see his hot hitting continue.
So now to the plate, Didi Gregorius. As the first pitch misses to him, it's ball 1. That average for him up in the 360s now. 15 long balls to go along with 52 RBIs. Pickoff move to second, and he'll get dirty, but he's back in safely. Runner at second here with 1 man out. Hit hard on the ground to second. And that's through into right field for a base hit. And they're going to take a 1-0 lead as the run comes across to score.
Hey, nice way to start a new series, D-Roll. The thing you want to do is try to score early. It's always nice to win the first game of a series.
Yeah, they're coming out swinging right here, trying to set the tone and let everybody breathe a deep sigh of relief. Hopefully get this first game under our belt.
So striding forward now, Rhys Hoskins. He's definitely a long ball threat, currently 3rd in the National League in that category.
You know, D-Roll, we're into the summer right now. This guy's power's been off the charts. Looks like he's going to be able to do this all season long.
I think he is, Dan, and the ball's going to start flying now. Weather's starting to warm up in certain parts of the country. We're getting into the late part of summer. You're going to see some epic home runs down the stretch.
Time for a look at our umpires in this one. Behind the plate is Ed Drummond.
Yeah, Matty. Hey, you know what, D-Roll? This Ed Drummond, he's a good umpire. Fair umpire, good ball and strike umpire. Pretty much straight down the road.
That's all you look for, Dan. Just be consistent. I don't care if you're given 2 to 3 inches off the outside corner, but you can't do it on the inside corner. If you're going to stick to one thing and stay consistent with it, no player will have a gripe with you.
Now a throw over. Runner back standing. Runners on first with 1 down. And another throw over, keeping particularly close tabs on him. Now the 0-2 pitch. Ripped down the line. And he tries for the backhand reach at third, but he gets by the glove down the line. And he's safe.
Dan, count goes out the window with this batter right here. It doesn't matter if it's 0-2, 2-0. He's locked.
He has great bat-to-ball skills. There are some guys that just have a knack, D-Row, of being able to get the barrel to the ball, and this is one of those guys.
Now to the plate, JT Realmuto. First shot for him here as he enters play, currently leading the senior circuit in batting.
One of the best hitters in baseball, and he does it with some damage, too. Lots of extra base hits. He's in the top 5 in the league in slugging percentage as well.
He's ready. Here's the first offering. And he takes ball 1.
This is exactly the situation you drew up from an offensive standpoint. Good pitcher on the mound, but you got a chance to bury him early in this one.
A ball and no strikes. Here it is. Shin high. That's taken for a ball. Against left-handed pitching so far this season, Realmuto is carrying around an absurd batting line, coming in excess of 500.
You want to talk about having a career season, Matty. This guy's batting average is through the roof, one of the best in the business, and maybe more importantly, his OPS is through the roof as well, which means he's doing it with damage.
And before the 2-1 pitch here, time called at home plate. Runners are at first and third, 1 away. Fly ball out to straightaway left. Lewis waits on it. He gets there to make the catch, but this should bring home a run as the runner tags from third. The tag, and he's out at second. It's a double play, and just like that, the inning is over. So 2 runs on 3 hits, no errors, and no one left. On now to the bottom of inning number 1. It's the Phillies 2 and the Mariners nothing. Jake Arrieta, a Missouri-born right-hander, gets the job of starting pitcher here. Dan, any thoughts?
Hey, Matty V, we're getting a chance to look at a guy that's been like white hot. How about a whip under 1.00 in his last 3 starts? Not a lot of base runners, and that usually adds up to a lot of success. Let's see if he can continue to do that in this one here today.
And here's the speedster Dee Gordon. He'll lead things off here in the bottom half of the first. The pitch. These Phillies, as they enter play here tonight, fellas, they have certainly had it going lately. Winners of 8 in a row.
I'm super excited, Matty, to watch this team play today because it's rare. You don't see many teams rattle off 8 wins in a row like they have. It's all working for them right now, and I'm super excited to watch them take the field today.
And that pitch misses in the dirt, and it's 2-0 now.
Not even close with the 1-0. He needs to get back in the zone, but be careful. Work the quadrants.
3-0 to him now. Now here's the pitch. That one's in there. 3-1.
He dropped that curveball in for a strike right there. But don't kid yourself. That's a dangerous pitch. He needs to start thinking about maybe working that back door, or that could get some serious damage done to it.
Really good at bat here from the leadoff hitter as he'll force him to throw another one. The 3-2 one more time. Got him.
One thing to know is not all strikeouts are created equal. Right there, he goes down on strikes, but he really made that guy on the mound work for it. And when you're doing that in the first inning, it can have an effect on how deep he's going to be able to go into this start. There's a big difference between that and going down on 3 or 4 pitches.
Malik Smith the next to hit. And he's got that batting lineup near the 300 mark entering play. Into the windup. Here comes the 0-1. Turned on, but it's wide of first and foul. 1 out, nobody on. 0-2 pitch is a sinker that misses, but he's still in command. 1-2.
Looked to be a pitch that caught a lot of the plate right there, so that might be a little indication of the strike zone we can expect the rest of the way.
Looking for back-to-back Ks to start the game. Pulled toward right center field. Quinn will range to his left and put it away. 2 down. With a moment here in Seattle, a look at the Mariners starting lineup. Who's the one to watch, Dan?
Well, I love what Kyle Seager brings to the table for this team. He's having a solid year. With runners in scoring position, he's hitting over 300. That's not outstanding or anything, but he's consistent, and that's what I love watching about this guy. His game is so consistent.
Looking to get on base and keep this first inning alive. Oh, he had him fooled there. No balls and 2 strikes.
If he's able to dot that sinker down and away and execute that pitch all day, you're going to see a lot of weak contact, and the infield defense is going to be on its toes.
The 1-2. Drilled down the line. But this is a foul ball as the count holds steady at 1-2. A bouncer up the middle. Gregorius to his left. He's there for it. Throw in the dirt, but a good scoop at first saves an error as this side is retired. Nothing doing here this half. We'll go on to the top of inning number 2. The Phillies lead it 2-0. Digging in the switch hitter, Roman Quinn, having a very nice year, currently second in the NL batting chase.
One of the keys to securing a win, they want to keep the pressure on and try to build that lead as much as they can moving into the later innings.
First pitch of the at-bat. This is line to left. Lewis has him played perfectly as he puts it away for out number 1.
Okay, here's how the Mariners are going to line up defensively. And guys, the things I want you to focus on today, one of them being this manager loves to shift. He has the pitching staff to trust to be able to manipulate his defense to try and get as many outs and play the numbers as much as he can.
He's back in the starting lineup for this one after sitting out last night's game. Starts to go around, but the home plate umpire says he held up. Ball 2. 2-1 after the foul ball there. Bases are empty. 1 man out. Harrison in front. 3 balls and a strike.
He might still be thrown off from that first inning, guys. He got knocked around pretty good, and that can be hard to recover from mentally sometimes.
The 3-1. A bouncer to the left side. And an off-balance throw is in time as he takes one away. Wow. So bases are empty here with 2 gone, and that'll bring up the former first-rounder Scott Kingery. Infield in the overshift here. Now the pitch. And that's in there for a strike.
Hey, I got to really commend this pitcher right here. Was able to regroup in between innings. Something happened in the dugout because he's on point coming out for the second.
Curveball. Swing and a miss, and he's behind in the count 0-2.
This is a perfect time for him to break out that nasty changeup. Great arm action on it and bury something in the dirt. Try and get a swing and a miss.
A ball and 2 strikes now. Hit back toward the mound. Gordon is up with it. Throw in time, and the side is retired. Dan Vogelbach is next.
Hey, we're still in the early stages in this one. They're only down by a couple of runs, but it's really key for this leadoff guy to try to get on and get a big inning started.
0-1 the count. And now a pitch on the way. right side and right into the shift. Kingery's there. And a good throw gets him one gone.
Time to take a look at the Philly D. And let's focus our attention on shortstop Dee Gregorius. Not only has this guy been knighted, yes, they called him Sir Didi back in his homeland, Curacao. He's one of the best ball players coming down the pike, starting with Andrew Jones, Xander Bogaerts, and it's Dee Gregorius this time. Hits from the left side of the plate with power and the ability to go in the hole with one of the strongest arms in the game.
The 0-1.
Count 0-2.
High and deep down the left field line. Long run for the left fielder, but this will land untouched. The next 0-2. Ball one, taken just off the inside. That's a foul ball off to the left, and it moves to 1-2. Neither guy giving in. Here's the next one.
This is exactly the reason why this guy has been so successful and has played this game so long, scrambling pitch after pitch, making this guy work out on the mound.
Throw on to first will get him. Score at 5-3 on the putout, though it looked more like a 6-3 ground ball. Nevertheless, there are two away now. Arrieta's ready. Here's the delivery. Good pitch on the black. That was the sinker for a strike. Arrieta comes into today second in the league in all-star voting among starters, so it looks pretty good that he'll be rewarded for his efforts so far this year.
Yeah, and he's been having an excellent season to date, making a push towards that all-star game. Hey, fans, get out there and vote. This guy sits in second place, but I'm sure he'd like to be named starter.
And he'll try and tempt him with one in the dirt, but he'll hold back here. It's 1-2.
Well, we've seen a lot of guys swinging at pitch.
A swing and a miss. That retires the side, and that will do it. Some of our nation's young minds and future leaders here in attendance. Yikes. We're back to Friday Night Baseball on the show after this. Digging in, Logan Forsythe, as we are all set to begin the third inning in this one. First pitch on its way. The 1-0 delivery. And a ball popped foul to the right side, out of play. This one is crushed. Back, and gone. A solo shot here to left. Home run number 2 for him on the year. And the Phillies open up a 3-0 lead.
Well, if you're going to give up a towering blast to one of the best players in their lineup, it's better to do it with no one on base. It stings, sure, but a solo shot isn't going to be the deciding factor in a game.
So the next hitter to dig in will be Andrew McCutcheon. As he'll take a look at a pitch too low. It's ball 1. Base is empty here with nobody out. Now that ball is smoked, carrying to deep left. And now over the wall. And this is going to be ruled a home run. It's a solo shot off the bat of Andrew McCutcheon. And even 30 home runs on the year as the Phillies have opened things up now 4-0.
Boy, this guy's hot right now. Hit a bomb yesterday and hit another tape measure shot today. When he gets hot, he hits them in bunches. This could be the beginning of one of those extended hot streaks.
Gene Segura standing in as he will look at a first pitch fastball for ball one. 0 for 1 for him here in this one. The 1-0 home is a sinker that dips below the zone for a ball.
Hey, always a good idea to take a couple of pitches when you're facing a young arm like this one. And now he's put himself in a real good hitter's count.
Three and 0 now.
I'm sure he's frustrated by that call. Probably could have been a strike, but at the same time, earning strikes from the umpire is a real thing. If you've been all over the place like he has, you're just not going to get much help from the umpires.
Here it comes, the 3-0. Finds the zone, strike one.
You maybe get 2 pitches a game where all the guesswork goes out the window. This is certainly that situation.
Bases are empty here, nobody out. And a fastball misses there, ball 4.
What's the saying? When you find yourself in a hole, the first thing you should do is stop digging. Well, the guy on the bump obviously hasn't heard that one.
Here's Didi Gregorius looking to follow up the RBI single from his first at bat. From the belt, kicks and deals. In there, and it's 0-1. Gregorius, also known as Sir Didi around the game and in the Netherlands. This is the final year of his current deal, so he'll be a free agent at season's end.
You know, Matty, I know he's in the final year of his contract, but he's playing to expectations, to be honest with you. I know he wants to turn it up a little bit, though, as he approaches the end of the season and make that salary push as he heads towards free agency again.
0-2 count. Here's the pitch. Now a swing, and he pops it foul behind the plate. And he'll stay with it here as he puts the squeeze on it for out number 1. So 1 gone here in the Philadelphia third, and that'll bring up Rhys Hoskins. First pitch of the at-bat on its way. Off the outside that time as the breaking ball can't catch the zone.
Great game plan so far by this offense. They're not chasing any of those breaking balls out of the zone.
Lofted in the air out toward right center. Henniger is there, and he'll bring this one in.
Up next to Philadelphia, the catcher,
Digging in now, JT Realmuto. First offering on its way. A fastball here as he'll take a look at ball 1, 1-0. 2 out with the man at first. Line towards center field. Smith is going to have room out there as he puts this away to retire the side. So 2 runs come across here, both coming via the solo home run. We'll head now to the home half of inning number 3. It's the Phillies 4 and the Mariners nothing.
Back now for the Mariners' third turn at bat, and unfortunately for them and their fans, this lineup hasn't really found its stride this season. Entering the day, they ranked near the bottom of the league in batting average, on-base percentage, and slugging. so it's clear this is a work in progress. One player told me before the game, it's a difficult thing to go through. We're all competitive guys, and we believe in ourselves, but we're obviously not getting the results we need. Now, one coach told me that despite the numbers being what they are, he's seeing a lot of development happening, so he's optimistic about what the future holds, especially for some of their younger players. Back to you, Matt.
Good stuff, Heidi. Thanks. First pitch on its way. And he'll hold off on the slider here to start the at-bat. It's ball one. A 2-0 count to the Mariners left fielder. The 2-0 is swung on and missed. Strike one.
Boy, what a time to pull the string on him. On 2-0, there's no way anyone's thinking changeup. So if you can locate it, that's pretty much unhittable.
2 balls and 2 strikes now. Now a soft liner to the right side. Foul. Another 2-2 offering. Breaking ball called just a bit low. J.P. Crawford, the number 8 hitter here, waits on deck. Still hanging with him. Another good swing to keep it going. Locked in a good battle. Here comes another one. And he can only battle for so long as he's finally set down here after an 8-pitch at-bat. Well, it's still early, but it's also worth noting that he'd be in line for the win if this keeps up as we take a look at the league leaders in games won this season. And as you can see there, he in fact leads the NL in that category. And that'll bring in J.P. Crawford. He was 1 for 4 back in Wednesday's contest. Here's the first pitch to him. Starts him out with a sinker that's inside. 1-0. And looked like ball 2 below the knees, but it's ruled a strike, and that evens the count at 1-1. Now here's the pitch. Keeping it down here as it's to 1-2.
Look at the radar gun on that slider. Off speed pitch, 91 miles an hour. That's just pure filth.
Oh, and this is swung on and missed. 4 strikeouts already, and that's out number 2.
2 up, 2 down on strikes in this inning. He looks really sharp out there, guys.
Standing in now, Dylan Moore. As he'll look at a changeup that drops below the knees for ball 1. He'll attempt to put the ball in play for a change here with the first 2 guys going down on strikes to start the inning. A ball and a strike.
Man, this has been a game filled of a lot of swings and misses. Not very many confident swings, and this team up there, they'd swing at a butterfly right now if it flew in front of the plate. Lots of swings, lots of misses, a lot of ugly at-bats for this team right now.
Here's a little chopper up the middle. Fielded cleanly. Throw in the dirt, but a good scoop at first saves an error as the side is retired. Mariners are down in order. They trail here 4-0. Into the box now. Roman Quinn hit it hard but lined out in his first at-bat.
Yeah, Matty, it's always a little frustrating when you square one up. You hit a solid line drive like he did, and all you have to show for it is a jog back to the dugout. That can get in your head for a little while.
Waiting on it is Haniger. Looks it into his glove, and there's one gone.
The bat, the third baseman, Josh Miller.
And that'll bring up Josh Harrison. He's 0 for 1 after grounding out in his only trip to the plate so far. First delivery to him on the way. Breaking ball below the zone. That's ball 1.
Man, that's one of those. How could you not swing at that one? A good take there on that pitch.
Oh, and he goes the other way, and he drives it out to deep right center field. And it's gone as they add still another. solo shot to right center. 4th home run for him on the season as they extend the lead to 5-0.
Man, this has been a rough one for this guy so far. That's the 3rd homer he's allowed today. He better start keeping the ball down in the strike zone, or that total might continue to rise.
And in steps Scott Kingery, as the first pitch to him is in there for a called strike 1.
One of the big keys to pitching well is getting ahead early on, and it's been far from that for this guy so far. Less than 50% of his first pitches have been for strikes.
The windup and the 0-1. The slider is laid off on the inside as it just misses the zone. Kingery is a player referred to as clutch by teammates, coaches, and of course the media. He seems to find himself in pressure situations often, and it's hard to find many instances where those moments have gotten the best of him. It just appears he really relishes the big spot. Line drive to left. Lewis is going to get there as he backs up to put it away, and there are 2 gone now. So a good job to get the out there, but with 5 runs already surrendered, that's not going to do any favors to the team ERA so far this season. And that's a sight you don't want to see. Dead last in the AL in that category. Now at the plate, Logan Forsythe. He went deep in his first at-bat. We'll see what he's got in store for us here.
Yeah, in his last at-bat, he hit a changeup out for a home run, so it'll be interesting this AB to see if they give him a steady diet of fastballs.
Swing and a miss on a ball out of the zone.
Threw that fastball right by him. He had no chance to get the barrel of that one.
And now a curveball that bounces up to the plate. It's 1-1. And the pitch. High in the air down the right field line. And foul. 2 out, nobody on. This one is crushed. Back, and gone. A solo shot here to left. His 2nd home run of the game. As they pile on, it's now 6-0. The long ball is playing in this one. That was the 4th blast of the game so far for this lineup. Dan, D-Row, what are your thoughts on what they're doing as a team so far?
D-Row, I don't know what you think, but this is one of those cases where I think the hitters right now, they must be seeing beach balls up there right now, because 4 bombs already in this one.
Yeah, this lineup from top to bottom has power just oozing out of it, and this guy's missing over the heart of the plate. That's what happens.
Eric Swanson answers the call from the pen here in the 4th, as they didn't get the outing they were hoping for from their starter.
Eric.
Here's Andrew McCutcheon now. As he'll take a look at a strike right down the middle. It's 0-1. Here's the pitch.
Talk about challenging a guy. He offered up 2 in a row right down the chute, and the batter didn't even flinch. Gotta wonder what he was looking for.
Strike 3 called as he can't get the bat off his shoulders. Side retired. So they get a couple of runs on 2 hits, no errors, and no one left aboard. On now to the bottom half of inning number 4. It's the Phillies 6 and the Mariners nothing. Here's Dee Gordon now. He starts the inning, and Dan, they're down 6 in the early going, so what do they need to do to claw back into this thing?
Well, first of all, Matt, I think they need to start to get some base runners. It's hard to be patient when you're down by 6, but base runners are the key to getting back into this one.
Here it comes. And this one's nowhere close as that bounces to the plate for ball 1.
Hey, with this big a lead, you have to just pound the zone and force this team to get aggressive in the box.
Into his windup. Here comes the 1-0. Now a check swing here, but the home plate umpire says he went around, and no argument, and it's 1-1. Hit out towards second. Scooped up. And the throw to first is in time. 1 gone.
The back. The center field. Foul left.
Into the box now, Malik Smith. He flew out in his last at-bat. Here's the first pitch to him. Too low, 1-0. No runs, no hits, and no errors in the game for the Mariners to this point. A ball and a strike. The 1-1 home. Hit on the ground down the first baseline, but a foul ball. 1-2 now. Now here's the pitch. One out, nobody on. This is hit the other way out toward left field. Mccutcheon is under it. He hauls it in without any trouble, and there are 2 away. Mitch Haniger the next to bat. 2 away in the inning, and Dan, it looks like this could be another 1-2-3 inning for him.
Yeah, he has really found a groove on the mound, and it's been impressive to watch. It'll be interesting to see how long he can keep this dominance up. 88 on a changeup? I remember when an 88-mile-an-hour fastball wasn't all that bad. Man, the game's changing.
Hit on the ground to third. Throw to first in plenty of time, and the side is retired. 1-2-3 go the Mariners. They won't make a dent in a 6-0 deficit. Welcome back. Heidi Watney standing by as we get set for the top of the 5th.
Matt, I talked with Philadelphia's manager during the break about the Phillies' offensive production to this point. And flat out, he was very pleased with the quality of their at-bats. He said they're doing an excellent job with pitch selection, meaning they're swinging at the right pitches and doing damage with them. The numbers back that up. 5 extra base hits on the stat sheet, guys.
Good stuff, Heidi. Thanks. Standing in, Gene Segura. It was a walk in his last trip. He's ready. Here's the first offering. Line towards center field. And a dive, but it rattles in and out of the glove.
Hey, there's another base knock right there. A hitting streak now up to 8 games.
Yeah, no doubt about it. Well, 8 games. Nah, man, we're starting to think about it a little bit. You know, you get past that week, you just know you're locked in. They start talking 8 games, now you're like, all right, I got a nice little hitting streak going.
Didi Gregorius is in for the 3rd time as he swings and misses at that one. It's 0-1. A runner at first with no outs here. Throw over to the bag, and he'll get back in safely. Comes set with the 0-1. Hit hard on the ground to second, and that's through for a hit. And that runner will go no further than second as there are two aboard now. Next to bat will be Rhys Hoskins. A hit and 2 tries for him so far. Ready with the first pitch. Here it comes. All over that one, but a little out in front. Foul ball. 6 runs, 9 hits, and no errors on the ledger for the Phillies to this point. 1 ball and 1 strike to the Phillies first baseman. Swing and a miss, and it's a ball and 2 strikes here. And he lays off it to even the count 2-2.
Wow, that was a close pitch on 1 and 2. The count's now on 2-2, but boy, that one very easily could have been called strike 3. Really close pitch.
Started to go around, but he's able to check his swing for ball 3.
If he doesn't shorten his swing up right there, there's no chance he keeps his bat back.
Hit sharply on the ground, and he whiffs on it as this ball's right under his glove. Throw comes in quickly here, and that'll prevent the runner at third from testing things here.
Yeah, and I think this is the case of a guy trying to rush it, hoping to turn a double play, and instead of getting 2 outs, they get 0 outs, and runners are on first and second.
Bases full now following the error, and that'll bring in the veteran catcher JT Realmuto. He comes set. Here's the 0-0 pitch.
When you're hitting in a situation like this, you have to find a way to slow your heart rate down. The pitcher's the one with all the pressure. You're looking to keyhole something middle of the plate and drive some runs in.
And that's in there for his strike 1-1. From the stretch. 1-2 now.
Hey, you know the pitcher right now, he's looking for that best friend, that double play ball. This is where you have to really be disciplined at the plate and make sure that you get a pitch that's above the knees that you can get in the air.
And that's swung on and missed, so good work on the mound will take care of the National League's leading hitter, and there's 1 away. Ready for another shot now, Roman Quinn.
He's coming off a month in which he earned National League Player of the Month recognition.
First pitch on its way. Bases are loaded with only 1 out. And did he go around? No, he did not. Ball 2.
Nowhere to put anybody. 2-0 count, not a good spot to be in as a pitcher.
From the belt, kicks and deals. 3-0 now.
I love the ability to hold up right there, especially with count leverage. I know you want to get aggressive in the strike zone, but he was able to notice that that wasn't his pitch.
Now the 3-0 offering. And that misses. Ball 4. A run will come in to score.
Well, that's just not a good look for the guy on the mound. Bases loaded. You expect him to bear down and really fight to get an out, but instead he walks home a run on 4 pitches.
Josh Harrison stands in. He comes in 1 for 2 with that home run he hit earlier.
And that last at bat when he went deep, he turned around a pretty good fastball. So I'm kind of thinking this guy's a good fastball hitter. So I might want to move that ball up and down and in and out and try not to throw it right down the middle of the plate.
Props to the hitter right there for laying off with a guy on third. You want to be aggressive, but you have to get a pitch you can drive.
Hit hard to short. Crawford has it to Gordon for one. Relay to first in time, and just like that, this side is retired. Phillies get a couple of hits here, and it leads to one on the scoreboard. Welcome back for the bottom of the fifth. Here's Heidi Watney.
And he was pretty blunt in saying they're just not having very good at-bats. They haven't had a single guy on base yet, so it's starting to feel a little desperate down here. But he said they've unfortunately just been faced with some really great pitching today. The key going forward is to find any way they can to get him out of his rhythm on the mound. Now, that may be a tall task, but they feel the little adjustments could lead to things turning around for them.
Okay, thank you, Heidi. Sets the target low here, and it misses 1-1. And this is taken for a called strike. Oh, that's a tough call. Now 1-2. And a good sinker there gets him swinging for the first out. So another exceptional effort for him on the mound. He's got the shutout working here, as we'll show you the league ERA leaders. And as we head toward the All-Star break, you can see he's on top of the NL in that category. Here's the third baseman now, Kyle Seager. He's 0 for 1 thus far. Infield shifted well to the right. Here's the first pitch. Slow roller down the third baseline. Into the windup. Here comes the 0-1. Ball one. Bases are empty. One man out. One pitch and a good sinker there, but he can't find the zone. 2-1.
Sitting in a good spot right here. 2-ball, 1-strike count is yet to see a fastball. Have to be sitting on one right here.
Ball even at 2-2. Pitch on the way. And he looks at a sinker for a called third strike, and now there are two gone.
That's just quality pitching right there for that strikeout. As we look at all 5 pitches, notice the location. All 5 down in the zone. Some guys are real good low ball hitters, but more often than not, keeping the ball down is going to lead to a lot of success on the mound.
And that'll bring in Tom Murphy. As he'll come up empty that time on a sinker at strike one.
Hey, this isn't exactly the way you'd like to draw it up. Not throwing a lot of first pitch strikes, but the bottom line is he's getting outs.
Well below the knees, laid off on the changeup there. And that misses. 2-1. Arrieta's got his target. Here it comes. Taken, but called for strike two on the outer part of the zone. Bases are empty here with 2 men out. And he struck him out, his 7th of the ball game, and that ends the inning. 3 up, 3 down, 3 strikeouts. Not too shabby. We're back to Friday Night Baseball on the show after this. New inning set to get underway, and that'll bring up the former first-rounder Scott Kingery. Now here's the pitch. High and tight here to begin the inning. It's ball one. Two and 0.
Well, that's another great hitting count here on 2-0. It's no wonder why they're up 7.
Here it comes. Hit sharply on the ground. That's through, and he's got his first base hit. He's 1 for 3.
Count leverage right there, sitting dead red fastball, and he didn't miss it. Nice swing right there, driving it into the outfield for a knock.
Logan Forsythe will stand in looking for home run number 3 as we take it back to inning number 4. And this was his 2nd home run of the game as he's been dialed in so far in this one. First pitch on its way. 0-1. Here's the pitch.
Count 1-2.
Nobody out, runner on first. Now here's one hit in the air to the right side, and that'll get down for a base hit. And that runner will go no further than second as there are 2 aboard now.
Well, that's what's so disappointing as a pitcher, D-Row. You make a really good pitch, and yet this guy's so big and so strong, he's able to muscle it into right field for a base hit.
Yeah, you hand your batting gloves to the first base coach right there, and you thank your lucky stars. That's a nice AB.
Into the box, Andrew Mccutcheon.
And it's grounded just foul down the line.
He's 2 for 3 and looking for more here. A ball and a strike to the Phillies leadoff man. None out, runners at first and second. There's a drive high in the air and deep to left center field.
Looking up is Smith.
Gone! So a 3-run shot to left center, his second of the game, as the blowout continues. Brendan Brennan gets the call to pitch here, and he'll try to sort this mess out. He's going to try to at least eat a couple of innings for his guys. At the plate now, Gene Segura, as he'll take one up in the zone, but indeed in the strike zone for the first strike. That's over, but low. It's a ball and a strike. 3 runs already home here. Segura behind on a 1-2 count.
Hey, love the confidence in that pitch right there, going right after one of the better hitters on this team, not afraid to execute.
The 1-2 misses, ball 2. And he misses this one inside, and that'll run things full. 3-2.
Not a time to fool around right now on a 3-2 count with the middle part of the order coming up. Expect a good pitch to swing at.
A bouncer to the left side. Throw on to first in time, 1 away. One out for the Phils in their half of the 6th, and that'll bring up Dee Gregorius. First pitch of the at-bat.
Count 1-0.
And down in the Mariner bullpen, it looks like a right-hander's up to throw. The 1-0 delivery.
Well, he's following the code not to miss down and into a lefty. Everything on the outer half of the plate.
Still only 1 out in the inning. 2-1. Phillies shortstop in front in the count, 3-1. Rhys Hoskins will be next. And he drops a change in on him there, and that'll run it full 3-2. Struck him out.
It's always nice to keep a guy that has good wheels off base, and that's just what they did right there. Big strikeout, keep that guy off the base path.
And that'll bring up the Sacramento product, Rhys Hoskins. 1-0 the count. Now a swing and a fly ball. And it's a foul ball. 1-1 is swung on and missed, and that's strike 2.
Wow, what makes it so tough to be a hitter is to be able to hit and change his speeds, right? You're geared up for the fastball, and all of a sudden he pulls the string and throws you the straight change, the dreaded equalizer.
There's the ball low. He misses with the changeup. And it's fouled away. Here now the 2-2.
Boy, that's a tough pitch to lay off right there, just out of the strike zone. But listen, when you're a 300 hitter, you don't chase a lot of those so-called pitcher's pitches. This guy knows the strike zone.
Now a slider here, but this will miss off the plate away, and it's ball 4.
And I'm sure the manager is just fine with that. I mean, it's better to battle a slugger like that to the end and end up walking him than serving on up where he can really hurt you.
In now, JT Realmuto. He struck out swinging in his last trip to the plate.
Yeah, but it was a good changeup, Matty. Good arm action on that pitch. Look for him to try and stay back a little bit more. Let the ball get a little deeper. Don't be shocked if this pitcher tries to rush a heater right here.
Ready with the 0-1. And a fastball in the dirt that's taken for a ball. A runner on first with 2 away. Ah, and he took something off of it there. It's 1-2. Neither guy willing to give in, and the at-bat will continue. The 1-2. And he strikes him out here, so he's able to stop the bleeding a bit as this side is retired. But the Phillies use the long ball here, and they get 3 on this 3-run home run. Bottom of the 6th coming up. It's the Phillies 10 and the Mariners nothing. Into the box, Kyle Lewis. He starts off the inning against a guy who struck out the side last inning. How did they get to him here?
I'm not sure, Matt, that they want to stay as patient. He's been throwing a lot of strikes. They might want to start swinging a little bit earlier in the count.
Ready to deliver. Here's the first pitch. There's a changeup taken, but it finds the zone on the inside. And he lays off for ball 1. Now the 1-1 pitch. Hit in the air to straightaway center. Quinn is right there, one down.
The batter, number 3, shortstop, J.P. Crawford.
Next for Seattle, J.P. Crawford comes into this at bat 0 for 1 in the ball game. Ready to deliver. Here's the first pitch. 1 out, nobody on. 1-1. Lifted down the line in left. And that will end up a foul ball. The 1-2. Right back to the mound for Arrieta. And he'll just flip this on to first for the second out of the inning.
Now batting, the designated hitter,
Digging in to try it again, Dylan Moore. He got on top of one and was a ground out victim last time. First pitch coming, here it is. And this runs inside, and that looked like it got him pretty good.
You know, with 2 outs and nobody on, that's the last thing you want to do on the mound. That really gives the opposition some hope that they can do something with this inning.
Now at the plate, Dee Gordon. He's hitless in his 2 at-bats so far. First pitch on its way. In the dirt here, and no advance. It's ball 1. The 1-0. Swing and a liner. But this will find the shortstop's glove for the third out of the inning. 1 left for Seattle. Lead looks insurmountable here. They're down 10-0. So striding in, Roman Quinn. 0 for 2 from him so far in this one. Ready with the first pitch. Here it comes. High in the air out to center field.
Waiting on it is Smith.
And he hauls it in for the first out of the inning.
the third baseman, number 7, Josh Harrison.
So next to the plate for the Phils, Josh Harrison. He's working on a 1 for 3 thus far. First pitch of the at-bat.
Nope, that's the ball.
Whoa, not sure where that one missed, and I'm not sure the pitcher does either.
Sneaks a fastball by him at the letters. It's 1-1.
He got a swing and a miss on that last pitch, but that's not the location he wants to live in against a hitter of this quality.
1-1. Here it is. 1-2 as the changeup had him out in front there. Two and two. The 2-2 hit down the third baseline, but a foul ball as it holds it 2-2. And now pitch on the way. And a swing and a miss here, so it's a quick 2 outs to start the 7th.
Yeah, as they say, there's a hole in his swing in that location, so a good job there of exploiting that. That can be real hard for some guys to overcome when teams start figuring out what locations you just can't handle.
To the plate now, Scott Kingery. Yes, he'll take a look at ball 1. He's got a hit in 3 at-bats to this point. A ball and a strike. Grounded down the third baseline, but a foul ball. 1-2 the count now. 2 out, nobody on. Well, too much tilt on that breaking ball as it misses low. Fastball didn't miss by much, and it's a full count now, 3-2.
And obviously this guy's a double threat up there. He can run and he can go yard too. You don't want to walk him because he might steal a base on you, but you don't want to groove a fastball either because he can take you out of the yard.
Again, he sends it out of play. Swing, and there it goes. Deep to left field. Over the bullpen and gone. A solo shot here to left. Number 18 for him on the campaign as they just continue to pour it on here. Into the box now, Logan Forsythe. And that one got a piece of him.
Wow, I'm not sure if he was looking past this guy to the slugger coming up or just lost focus. But now the big bat steps to the plate with a great RBI opportunity.
Ready once again, Andrew Mccutcheon. 3 for 4 so far and seeing it well in this ball game.
This guy's having a pretty good week so far in one game. His last at bat is second home run of the game. We'll see if they'll pitch him a little bit more carefully in this AB.
Here's the first pitch to him. Back up the middle. And Mccutcheon has himself a base hit.
Dan, with that single, he's now 3/4 of the way to hitting for the cycle. Toughest one still on the shelf, though. He's got to get a triple.
Yeah, that's you said it, D-Ro. That's one of those that's either got to hit right down the line or one of those tweeners in the gap. He has enough speed, so if he can find a gap or find one down the line, maybe he can do it, and he's going to at least get one more at bat in this one.
Hit hard to the right side. Hoping to limit the damage. Here's the pitch. Now here's one hit in the air to the right side. He lays out for it, but he can't pull it in. And he's going to score with ease as the throw will be too late.
Sometimes it's hard to explain when a game is this lopsided. A lot of things just kind of snowball on you. One thing leads to another, a big hit, which leads to another, some bad defense, some shoddy pitching. Next thing you know, you look up and you're on the wrong side of a whole lot of badness.
Taylor Williams comes on to pitch now, hoping for better results than the other arms that they've run out there in this one. In now, Didi Gregorius, as he takes a fastball off the plate for a ball 1-0. 2 hits in 4 attempts to this point. Now the 1-0.
One of the best ways to keep a guy uncomfortable is to pound him inside. They're doing that, and this one caught the zone.
The 1-1. This is pulled into right. And that gets down as he can't get there in time. Oh, but it's offline, so the run will score.
Wow, that's a baker's dozen. 13 runs right there, and they can't do anything wrong at the plate. I'm no expert, but I would have to bet that the manager would love to save some of those runs for the next game. Regardless, there's some happy men in that dugout.
Stepping in now, Rhys Hoskins. As the first pitch here's a bit high, it's ball 1. According to the career numbers on the back of his baseball card, Hoskins brings a batting average just a little over the 250 mark. Here comes the 1-0.
Hey, time to start making some quality pitches. He finds himself in a tough spot behind an account with guys on base.
And he fouls this one off. Now the 2-1 pitch. Fastball swung on and grounded out towards second. Throw on to first, and they're able to escape the monster inning as this side is retired. So 3 runs on 4 base hits, no errors, and 2 left. We'll move on now to the bottom half of the 7th. Get up and stretch. Philadelphia is on top, 13-0. Bottom of the inning now, and that'll bring up the speedy outfielder Malik Smith.
It doesn't look very promising so far in this one as we move into the later innings. Down by a bundle, it's time to get some base runners and hopefully a long ball to get them back into this one.
No balls and 1 strike. Oh, 1, here's the pitch.
Down 1-1.
This is line to left, and that's in for a base hit. Make it a 1-for-3 game so far. So the base hit puts the first man aboard to start the inning for the Mariners.
I know the score's out of hand right here, but I've never met a big league ball player that's going to give away an at-bat in any game ever. Nice piece of hitting right there, staying within yourself and grabbing you a knock.
Stepping in now is Mitch Haniger, and he lays off there 1-0.
Hey, this is a perfect opportunity for them to get on the board right now. Leadoff man has done his job, and now the middle of the order gets their shot at the plate.
Oh, double play ball to second. 4, 6, 3, and they turn the double play.
That's a great example there of why the sinker is such an effective pitch. The hitter's eyes see it higher in the zone than it ends up, and that makes it real tough to square up.
So base is empty now after the double play, and here comes the first baseman, Daniel Vogelbach. Arrieta's got his target. Here it is. And this is on the outside corner for strike 1.
We're moving along into the later innings, and this guy's throwing over 60% of his first pitches for strikes. He'd like to do a little bit more, but so far so good.
2 balls and a strike to the Mariners first baseman. Gets a small piece near the plate. So they do get their first hit, but their first run will have to wait as the inning is over. Add another 0 as it's up to 7 shutout innings so far. 8th inning coming up. Phillies on top 13-0. Ready now, JT Realmuto. No career numbers to talk about for this matchup. Outfield shaded a bit to left center. The first pitch. The windup and the 0-1. With this one almost in the books, the story was clearly the long ball. What are your thoughts on this offense, fellas?
Well, Matty V, I don't know what your thoughts are, D-Roll, but boy, when the weather starts to warm up and the ball starts jumping out like this, it's clear that the pitchers need to start making better pitches.
Yeah, just great approach. No one really chased today. Really stayed staunch on their ability to get that pitcher to come into the heart of the plate, and they did damage with it.
So now to the plate, Roman Quinn, as he takes a called strike on the black. It's 0-1. He could really use a knock here. 0 for 3 in the game so far. Oh, 0-1 count and the pitch. And he's got to be more disciplined here. It's 0-2.
When I broke into the league, not many guys were throwing that elevated fastball with that much velocity on it. The game has changed.
Not close with the off-speed pitch taken for a ball. The 1-2. There's a swing and a high deep drive headed for the right field corner. And that's going to wind up hooking just a bit foul, so a missed opportunity there. One-two is an off-speed pitch. No dice. It's 2-2. And a wave and a miss on a ball that was way out of the strike zone. There are 2 away now.
Really good late bite on that slider right there. At the last minute, they're so tough to get the bat on, and when you've got that good slider going, it's a great strikeout pitch.
Standing in now, Josh Harrison, as he lays off a fastball too low for ball 1. He comes into this appearance in the midst of a 1-for-4 day. Now a good pitch around the knees, but it doesn't quite catch the bottom of the zone.
Hey, you want to talk about being in a zone? This guy's been raking lately, and it all starts with his pitch selection. 2 great takes, and he's almost daring the pitcher just go ahead and challenge him.
3-0 now. A swing and a drive sent out toward the gap. And this one is gone. A home run. So a solo shot here to left center field. His second home run of the game as this lead got even wider. At the plate now, Scott Kingery. Fouled away. It's been a 2-for-4 effort for him so far in the ball game. Now here it comes. Crowds him a bit with a fastball there, and it's to 1-1. Now a ball swung on and heading for the stands in right, and that'll move the count to 1-2 now. Bases are empty here with 2 men out. And he lays off a pitch outside as they draw even at 2-2. This one misses, and that'll fill the count here 3-2 with 2 away. Now the payoff pitch home. Hit sharply on the ground. And the inning will continue as that's through for a 2-out hit.
First game of a new series, and he's already sitting on 3 knocks right now. The pitching staff might have to make an adjustment going forward.
To the plate now, Logan Forsythe. And he might have another one as this is hit high and deep out to left. Out of here into the visitors' bullpen. It's a 2-run shot to straightaway left. His 3rd home run of the ball game as the blowout continues.
Well, if you would have told him when he woke up this morning that he was going to hit 3 home runs tonight, he would have thought he was dreaming. Well, it's a dream night, but he's wide awake.
Matt McGill enters now in a mop-up role as he'll try to keep the deficit right where it is.
Number 61, Matt McGill.
At the plate, Andrew Mccutcheon, as he'll follow one into the dirt and come up empty for the first strike. He's had a great game so far, and a triple would complete the cycle. And he falls behind 0-2. Nothing in 2 count, and the pitch. And he strikes him out here, so he's able to stop the bleeding a bit as this side is retired. So 2 home runs in the inning lead to 3 runs on the scoreboard. Not too many more shots left. Home half of the 8th coming up. Phillies lead this one 16-0. Stepping in and ready for another shot, Kyle Seager. We're in the 8th now, and nothing's changed out there on the mound.
Well, I've been very impressed with how this starter's going about his business, Matt. He's looked really sharp, and it's hard to know if it's had any effect, but getting that early lead from his offense could have really helped settle him in.
Ready with the first pitch. Here it comes. A bouncer to the left side. And the throw on to first will take care of him. So he's thrown out by the only man standing on the left side of the infield. 1 away. And now we're going to have a delay as some nitwit has jumped over the railing and is running around in right field. And of course we will not show this to you, but suffice to say that local security has got him surrounded, and he can look forward to spending the rest of this evening in the cooler. At the plate, Tom Murphy. He went down on strikes last time up. First pitch of the at-bat. Good deception on the slider there as he's way out in front.
Hey, he's been able to pound that zone all night, working that outer half of the plate. That's why he's having so much success.
In there, and he's ahead 0-2 now.
Man, this dude is locked in on the mound. He's throwing each pitch with confidence.
He struck him out the 3rd time he's fanned in the game. So you've got to figure he's got a good chance here to finish this one off. And with that in mind, we take a look at the league leaders in complete games. And as you can see there, he in fact leads the NL in that category. Digging in now for the Mariners, Kyle Lewis. No hits in 2 trips to the plate for him in the ball game. First pitch on its way. Now a ball lined toward the gap in left center. And he will get there to make the running play, and that will end the inning. Mariners are down in order. Still 16-0. Striding forward now is the DH, Gene Segura. It was an RBI single for him in his last plate appearance. First pitch of the at-bat on its way.
1-0.
And think about it. In game 1 of this series, they've already had to go deep into their bullpen. This could affect them for the rest of the weekend if they don't get really good starting pitching.
This one is crushed. Back, and gone.
A solo shot here to left. 12 home runs for him now thus far as they just continue to pour it on here. Into the box now, Didi Gregorius.
As he'll lift it up in the air, this is back behind second.
Gordon stay with it as he backs up and puts it away. One gone.
Now batting, the first baseman, Rhys Hoskins.
Striding in, Rhys Hoskins. 1 run in and 1 gone so far this inning. First offering on its way. On the ground up the middle. A dive and he knocks it down. Oh, and he overshoots his first baseman as it's over his head. And now, this ball's going to wind up out of play. And a big mistake there.
Well, a part of me wants to applaud him for staying with it and making the throw, but after he bobbled it, he should have just eaten the ball and lived to fight another day. As it is, he gets tagged with an error, and a man is on base.
So now to the plate, JT Realmuto, as he looks at a fastball that misses off the plate for ball 1. Struggling so far in this one and looking to erase his 0 for 4 ball game right here. Ready with the 1-0. Oh, this is hit high and deep out to left.
Into the bullpen and gone.
It's a 2-run shot to straightaway left. 24 home runs for him on the season as this lead got even wider. This has almost been a superhuman performance from this lineup. 10 home runs in the game. When's the last time you can remember a team knocking that many balls out of the park?
Yeah, Matty B, this has always been known as one of the better pitchers' ballpark. Ken Griffey didn't like to hit here. A-Rod didn't like to hit here. The only guy that seemed to like to hit at this place was Ichiro. Definitely a pitcher's ballpark.
Yeah, without question, Dan. And that's why what they were able to accomplish today with such a high home run total just screams to the ball flying today. Maybe there was a jet stream going out to the gaps. I don't know. But what we saw today is not the norm.
Roman Quinn is at the plate as he watches ball 1. A ball and a strike.
He'll be fine coming out of the bullpen in this one if he can keep the ball around the knees like that.
The 1-1. Misses for the second ball. Bases are empty, 1 man out. took a good cut that time, but comes up empty. 2-2.
Hey, I'd like to see a little bit more discipline in that. You get a count in your favor and he's swinging a pitch that bad? Not good.
A swinging bunt out in front of the plate. Gonna be a tough play. And there are 2 away now.
The third baseman, number 7, John.
Digging in and looking for more, Josh Harrison. He's looking for his 3rd hit of the ball game here. Grounder down the line at 3rd. But a foul ball here. 0-1. 2 out, nobody on. Another one fouled off, and he's quickly behind 0-2. Now a fastball here that'll wisely lay off, and it's 1-2. Right-hander starts to loosen out in the bullpen now. The 1-2 is taken for ball 2. Bases are empty here with 2 men out. Down the third baseline, but this is going to be a foul ball as that keeps things at 2-2. Now here's the pitch. Hit on the ground to third. There is Seager. Throw to first will get him easily, and the side is retired. So 2 home runs in the inning lead to 3 runs on the scoreboard. We'll see 8, 9, and 1 due up in the bottom of inning number 9. Philadelphia's on top 19-0. Ready for another chance? J.P. Crawford starting things for his side in the 9th as they face the improbable odds of trying to come back in this one.
Yeah, not a lot of hope for them at this point. These guys know these bats still count, at least for their own stats. You can't mill in your chances as a professional.
And that'll get on by into center field for a leadoff single.
Now back, the designated hitter, Miller.
Into the box, Dylan Moore. As the first pitch to him is a changeup that can't find the zone. It's ball 1. Curveball taken for a strike on the inside.
Great pitch right there. That is a huge breaking ball. Not shocked he took it. Got to calibrate that one for a second.
1 ball and 2 strikes to count. The 1-2. Drilled to the right side. And a backhanded reach at first, but he can't flag it down. And that runner will go no further than second as there are 2 aboard now. So the batting order turns over now and set to go Dee Gordon. And his guys are looking to erase that donut on the scoreboard with a runner in scoring position.
Yeah, Matt, they've been really shut down so far in this one. They've had runners on base, but haven't been able to string anything together.
Now this is hit not all that hard out to second. And he indeed takes only the out at first as the runners move to second and third with 1 away now. Now at the plate, Malik Smith. He singled his last time up. Here comes the first pitch. This is pulled into right. The catch is made deep in the alley, and here comes the runner from third. Oh, but it's offline, so the run will score.
Boy, this one looked like it was headed for extra bases off the bat. Instead, a line drive bullet caught in the alley, but he does end up getting a sacrifice fly.
Coming to the plate now, Mitch Haniger. He's hitless in 3 at-bats to this point. Behind on that one, now behind in the count, 0-1. This one's down to third. Gloved by Harrison. Throw on to first. He'll take care of him, and the Phillies will add 1 more to their winning streak as this ball game is over.
Well, he was gunning for a complete game shutout, but it just wasn't in the cards here. But anytime you can go 9 innings and give up only 1 single run, you've done pretty good for yourself and your team.
19-1 this evening. Philadelphia were impossible to contain in the batter's box as they posted 22 total hits. Jake Arrieta earns a league-best 17th victory, and it's a dandy, a complete game, 3-hit performance. Yusei Kikuchi permitted 6 earned runs to come across in the losing effort. So that's a wrap here tonight. For Mark DeRosa, Dan Plesac, and Heidi Watney, this is Matt Vasgersian. You've been watching MLB The Show. For more, find us on Twitter at MLB The Show.
Well, a lot to unpack in this one, and I just brought him up from Lehigh Valley last night. And there's the man, Logan Forsythe. 3 home runs, 4 for 4, 4 RBIs. He played in place of Bryce Harper tonight, and wow, what a showing for Logan Forsythe. There's going to be a lot of highlights in this one, but maybe there won't be. Jake Arrieta, really the story, the complete game, almost shutout. Gave him a run there in the bottom of the 9th and made it 19-1. That would be a record for this season. Don't think I've scored that many runs ever, at least in this season. I dare say as long as I've been playing this game. So that's definitely a first for me. But Logan Forsythe is definitely, most notably, the player of the game. Well, let's just get right to the replay. Take a look back at some of the action went down earlier on. Here we go with Arias with an RBI single. Got it started in the top of the first. And here was Logan's first home run. Boom. This made it 6-0. Andrew Mccutcheon had already gotten a home run in the inning as well. And wow. And here's Kutch home run. One of his 2 that he hit tonight. This made it 10-0. Obviously, I guess we're not going to show all the highlights in the game. Out of here. 10-0. Starting to look more and more like a football score. In fact, I guess it did at that point. And here's Scott Kingery going yard. Getting into the act. Way out of here. 428 feet. Crushed it. Crushed it. Into the 3rd deck. Nice catch there by the young lady. And this is what broke the no-hitter. Smith lines, and for the record, I was not pitching at that point. The computer was, so just throwing that out there. Here's J.A. going yard for, I believe this was his 2nd home run of the game as well, as he sends this one out to deep left center field. 14-0. Looked like the Eagles over the Seahawks at that point. And here's another home run by Logan Forsythe. This would be his 3rd of the game. Out of here. 2-run home run made it 16-0. Actually, that might have been the 2nd. But there's the other story of the game. His 17th win of the season. Jake the Snake just looking Cy Young-esque out on the hill tonight. Striking out Murphy on the changeup there. Well, you talk about fireworks on a 4th of July weekend. You had it right here tonight. JT got into the act as well. This would seal the fate. This would cap off the runs for the Phils tonight as he sends this one into the Phils bullpen, making it 19-0 in the bottom of the, or excuse me, in the top of the 9th. And well, here's where the Seattle got on the board. It was actually that happened prior to this. This was the final out. But Seattle did get on the board with a hit, managed to get a run across the plate there in the 9th, and that was all she wrote. But a lot of crooked numbers. The only runs, the only innings they didn't score any runs was in the 2nd. 2 in the 1st, 2 in the 3rd, 2 in the 4th, 1 in the 5th, 3 in the 6th, 3 in the 7th, 3 in the 8th, and 3 in the 9th. And that would total it up for 19 runs on 22 hits. That's what you call, my friends, an offensive display of biblical proportions. And Logan, who was just recalled from the minors, basically to add some depth on the bench, and I brought him up to give Bryce Harper a break, and boy, did he fill in of the highest magnitude. 3 for 4, 3 home runs, knocking in 4. Just an absolutely incredible performance all around by the Phils. Runs, so much offense, as Jake Arrieta earns win number 17. Poor Yusei Kikuchi dips down to 0-14. But wow, just an absolute blowout. Logan Forsythe, wow, He's definitely earned his keep for a while. There's no question about it. And again, I just brought him up from AAA Lehigh Valley at the end of the homestand. Excuse me, just to get some, because I know we're going to be in the American League for a couple series, most notably here in Seattle and then into Houston. So wanted to bring up an extra bat just to give some of the starters a break. And boy, did Logan Forsythe absolutely blow my mind. And nailing 3 home runs on the day. 19-1 is the final. Let me see what's going on down here. Apparently I won something. Don't know what that was, but in any event, Phils win Game 1 of this Independence Day weekend here on a TGIF observed Independence Day, the holiday observed today here in the United States, as they start off this weekend series on this Friday with a score of 19-1. I'm hoping they didn't blow all the runs in tonight's game because they still got 2 more games to play. However, with as many pitchers as Seattle threw out there tonight, you got to think that they're going to be leaning hard on their starters tomorrow to really get something. The Seattle starters are leaning on them hard to get them some innings. But there's the man, Logan Forsythe. Yes, he is a second baseman, but he played right field tonight in place of Bryce Harper, and they look remarkably alike with the beards. Even their stances are somewhat similar, but this guy from the right side of the plate, 4 for 4, 5 runs, 3 home runs on the day, and 4 runs batted in as the Philadelphia Phillies improved to 73-15 on the season. Just an absolute boat race tonight, and they're going to be back at it tomorrow. Let's see, what time are we on tomorrow? Oh, it's a matinee game. But we're going to start that one early. We're probably going to start that one in the morning. So I'm going to say probably like around, I don't know, 7-ish. But it will be a day game tomorrow, matinee. You see Zach Eflin there. He'll be looking for win number 9. He'll be opposed by Nestor Cortez Jr. He actually has a win. Actually, he has 3 of them. He's 3-3. 8-5, so looks like some middle of the rotation starters about to do battle tomorrow, and then of course Sunday you see Vince Velasquez will be back in the starting rotation, and the finger issue that he had has subsided, and he'll be going back at it on Sunday against Marco Gonzalez. So there's your upcoming holiday weekend pitch up. But that's it for now, everybody. Wow. So the Phillies boat race the Seattle Mariners in Seattle at T-Mobile Park by a final score of 19-1. Thanks for watching, everybody. Thanks for watching Phillies baseball here on the Bilskie channel. Don't forget to subscribe and throw up a like. And if you like what you see, tell a friend, tell a neighbor, tell a family member, tell a coworker. Or, well, it won't be this weekend because most people are off. But anyway, pass the word around. You know, if you want to see some simulated video game Phillies baseball action, this is the place to be. And Phils are absolutely raking it here. So that's it for now, everybody. Thanks again for watching, and we'll see you tomorrow on July 4th, Independence Day, for some more of Phillies baseball. Thanks for watching, and have a good night, everybody.